Hello everyone, and welcome back to another BrokeRock video. I'm very sorry I haven't uploaded in a very long time. Kind of a long story. Ow, my ankles. Kind of a long story. Ow, my ankles again. Kind of a long story. Let's not break our ankles this time. Words hard. It's like midnight. Right, I was sick for a while, so I couldn't record. And then I went on a trip to, where was it? Yeah, San Francisco. Which, I call San Francisco because it's, I think they have, like, a very high rate of, bad stuff happening there. At least that's what my parents told me. And then, after that, I've just been bogged down with work, so I haven't had time to actually get on the server. But here I am! Right here, hello! I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do today, but I'm just gonna wing it. Something I did, first of all, sleep. Sleep, please, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to die to death the second a skeleton spots me from 2 feet away. Right, what was I gonna do? I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out together. Also, I just realized, well, not just, but like when I was editing the last video, I realized this is Perry the Platypus. With the hat, you can tell it's Perry the Platypus because it's got the hat. Sorry, I'm a little stupid, and I didn't notice that before. I'm sure plenty of y'all were letting me hear about that in the comments. Or you would if I ever got any comments. Nah, it's fine. That just means I got more spruce logs to hold on to and build stuff with. Anyways, don't want to break my ankles, but I also want to get down fast. Ah, creeper! Aw, man. Okay, well, this is new. I want to see what this is about. Looks like it was built directly on top of the Pale Forest. How did they... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I love Minecraft's wonky water physics. Oh, there's a door. And it's copper, so it doesn't lock. Let me in. I want to see what was made. It's completely empty. Okay. I don't know if it's just because I was in San Francisco, but I don't, like, my first thought when I saw this was Alcatraz. Hello, mycelium. Just because it's in the middle of water. Also, that water is freezing, so that might be a potential problem for your build. Also, is this like some sort of portal? It almost looks like a ruined portal if ruined portals were made out of leaves. Which I guess in jungles they sometimes are, but whatever. Let's see what else there is to see. Hello building. You're new. With the firefly bush? Bro, why does Bedrock get the cool fireflies and Java has like one static animation for fireflies? I swear they got like favoritism or something. Spiderweb Ninja's mailbox. Interesting. Interesting choice of name. Well, you've certainly got a unique perspective on choosing a color palette. And a very worryingly smoky kitchen. You might want to get that ventilated for you before you asphyxiate. Oh, right! Last video I was being OSHA. Right. Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. Okay, we got marking of address, close enough at least. So that's good. I do have to ding you. Someone could fall off here and break a leg. There is no guardrail on the stairs. I mean, that's just building 101. Proper lighting, love to see it. Still lack of guardrail, but less of an issue here because it doesn't exactly have a giant fall. Guardrails along the porch, love to see it. Adequate lighting. Visible doors, I guess. That counts. Low table someone might trip over, but that's not the worst offense I've seen, especially around this place. Okay. Not having a guardrail here, someone could fall down and break an ankle or something. So that's not the greatest. Secret chest. Interesting. Oh, that's where you keep all your food. Not exactly a refrigeration unit, but I suppose if it keeps. Is there a secret tunnel behind the painting? No, there's not. Unfortunate. What's back here? This is rear porch. Looks like a pretty well-made rear porch. Gotta hand it to that. So if we go up here, love that there's guardrail on this balcony. That is most certainly essential. I imagine you have a ladder or something that you can bring out to reach up here. Then we go here. Very good. We got guardrail along this balcony. You love to see it. And then nice little nook back here. Well, these are not affixed to the chests themselves aren't affixed to the back wall, which could cause them to fall and if the shelf shakes, or in the case of an earthquake. It is on a very well-secured shelf, so that is up to code. Although this little thing might be a bit shaky. We'll count this as guardrails on your staircase. There is no guardrail here. Someone could fall down. Besides that, looks like everything here is pretty well built. Got yourself a nice bed, some bedside storage, books. Always great to see people reading books nowadays. Nobody does that anymore. All right. Well, I think your automatic door is a bit broken, but besides that, solid like 8.5 out of 10. Just fix the guardrail stuff, especially there. That's the largest problem, and you're looking at a 9.5. As for the Alcatraz looking place, I don't know about that one, boss. Let's see here. We got... Okay, well, we have a moat, which in itself isn't necessarily bad as long as you got all the proper building permits, but there is no guardrail here. So theoretically, someone who can't swim could fall in, and the walls are too high that they can't climb out. And they would have to swim, hold their breath, and walk on the bottom all the way over here to get out. I will not count the ornamental trees as sufficient guardrail along here. And I don't believe this water is sufficiently contained to not be a flooding hazard for the rest of the town. If we go here, there is no way of ingress for entering the building itself besides swimming, which could prove to be a problem. The ceiling, it's made of dirt and it isn't properly supported, so I'm gonna have to take points for that. Adequate lighting is good. No guarded staircase. Gonna have to ding you some points for there. Love that the balcony is guarded. However, it's looking a bit, not well kept. Looking a bit mossy there. Even to the point where you have mold growth on the floor itself, which could aggravate someone's allergies, or depending on the type of mold, be toxic. So you might want to look into that. I generally like this area up here. Tempered glass, you love to see it. Keeps that strong in case of a natural disaster. Adequate lighting, high ceilings. The only thing is, with how high this ceiling is, you'd think the doorways would be a bit taller. But, no, apparently not. We go back down here. Doesn't look like there's anything else. This waterfall is dangerous, especially since you are expecting visitors to swim. So if they get caught up in the current, they could easily fall and hurt themselves. So, like a 6 out of 10. Not the most impressive thing I've seen here. In terms of safety, at least. Also, the staircase leading to it is... It's acceptable, but you could do with putting some guardrails in. Even if the terrain does act as a guardrail itself. I believe that is it for new additions, although I haven't reviewed the Emerald Top building. Hold on. This wasn't here a while ago. May 1st. Uh-oh. It's May 5th. That's, not ominous or anything. Anyways, my, potential citizenship here being brought into question aside, what's in the vehicle? Just an empty vehicle, okay. Right. No! Jeff is gone. What happened to Jeff? Where'd Jeff go? Truly is a tragedy. Also, yeah, I agree with this sign. There's no roof supports. There could easily be a cave in here. What in the OSHA violation? Holy guacamole, OSHA. So, like, I don't even think I need to point out how insanely unsafe this unsupported scaffolding is. Art installation gravelting? What is this? Some new fancy technology? I mean, I didn't hear anything about that on the last review board for the OSHA committee. I mean, we're using gravel as our support. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why this town needs an OSHA review board. Like, I just broke my legs and then some from this so-called art installation. It's made of scaffolding. It would be expected someone might try and climb it. And there is no signage. saying do not climb. There is no high visibility like markings around it. There is no warning signs. There is no fence around it to keep potential intruders out. That is a major violation in building code. I must say, I'm very disappointed. Maybe the mayor of this town might be able to do something about that. Anyways, back to the main focus. What was originally the main focus of our walk over here would be this residence. Because I don't believe I reviewed this since it was in construction. Okay. Well, this balcony area up here isn't exactly the most supported. However, we do have strong pillaring here. I do appreciate that. Guarded spiral staircase. Very, very nice. Beware, this room has no floor. I can see that. Looks like maybe you'll be looking into putting something there, eventually. I appreciate the rafters for supports. It does look like this area is still under construction, but it has had some improvements from the last time I'm here. One thing is, even if this is the subfloor that is going to have a proper floor put in over it, and this is just the support, it does need to at least have a watch your step sign or something equivalent, because a worker could be up here, not be looking where they're going, and fall in, potentially hurting themselves very badly, and then there would be a ensuing lawsuit. It does say this room has no floor here, but it could be misconstrued, considering it is outside the building in question, and that side has no markings whatsoever. So as it is now, 7.9 out of 10. Once they get that signage down, it'll be like a 9. Okay, nice little stable over here. I must point out, there is no shelter for these horses. As we can see, it's raining and snowing, and there is nowhere for the horses to go to avoid the elements. I might not be on the animal ethics board, but I have looked into their documentation, and this is not ideal. I might have to call them up and ask them about that at some point. Let's see, what else? Is there any new additions since I was last here? Besides the highly dangerous art installation that is almost certainly going to have a lawsuit. If not from someone else, probably from me, because I broke my legs inspecting it. Rest in peace, pink chicken. Ah! Actual food, let's go! Finally, at long last. Actual food, you love to see it. Okie dokie. Well, what is this, some kind of shop? I do remember being here, although yeah, I don't see the shop part of this shop, unfortunately. Maybe they're still stocking it. Hold the flippity phone. Hold on. No. Yeah. We'll get back to you in a second. Hello, Spider. The Spinner's Den, open soon. Well, it does sound like they're still constructing it, so I'll spare you my, thorough investigation for now. I do appreciate the brutalist architecture. Alright, what else we got? What is this red box thing? Why is the box red? Why is my, spyglass glitching out? Oh well. What's the deal with this? What's in the door? Oh, here's the shop. Those must have just been flyers and not part of that other building. 5 diamonds per music disc an item. 5 diamonds per shulker, pay here. Well, I'm no economist, but I think you could get sharpness 1, protection 1 for less than 5 diamonds. Just making an enchantment table. However, some of these music discs are certainly worth the price. And Smite 5 mending. Honestly, a steal for 5 diamonds. Silk Tush, efficiency 4. Unbreaking 3, efficiency 4 mending is certainly a steal. And then Trial Keys, you win some, you lose some. Some of the best shop pricing I've seen. And then shulker boxes. Yeah, it's a commodity. I can see it going for 5 diamonds. Very well made shop. This tree is new. Yelp, 11 out of 10. Would do again. I see. Free name tag with purchase. Limit 1 per customer per visit. 1 hour cooldown. I see. 1 diamond per stack. 2 stacks per diamond. I see. So, okay. Well, it seems like you've gotten to the stage of mass production of totems, so it's certainly reasonable to have 1 diamond per totem. Although, personally, I would charge more. A whole stack of candles per diamond, certainly worth it. Very worth. Very worth. Very good pricing, I must say. What about here? 2 stacks per diamond. Uh-huh. Very impressive pricing, I must say. I may be shopping here at some point. Especially with the free name tag per purchase. I would personally recommend this shop right here. Very, very impressive work, I must say. The Pickle Jar. I'm not even sure if I want to enter, but here goes. All stock 1 diamond per 2 stacks. Interesting, very interesting marketing. I certainly would say, hello, you're scary. Pretty good deals, not gonna lie. What have we got over here? Oh, here we go again. You have to put guardrails on any sort of staircase. It's like the first thing you read in the building code. Let's see. Yelp, rigged, but still got the jackpot. Okay, this seems to be some sort of gambling complaint. HOA complaint, allowing minor to gamble. Fine. Ah, I see. It seems like someone's already beat me to this one. Interesting. So it's some sort of gambling. I can't speak too much on the topic. However, having gambling this open is certainly a violation somewhere. Because, like, a child could walk by after breaking 14 bones on this unprotected stairwell. They could walk by with their fancy little spyglass and see jackpot. Ooh, I want to go here and spend all of my diamonds. And then, what do you know? A child's addicted to gambling. So, personally, I can't condone this. Ow, my ankles. What's in the skull? I am very interested. Impressive sculpting, I must say. Buy the book, spend diamonds, buy. Ooh. A specialized enchantment shop. Very impressive work. And for reasonable prices. 3 diamonds for a Menly, come on. Don't undersell yourself. That stuff's worth at least, like, 7. Hello, panda. You are a wildlife hazard. Hello, you are also a wildlife hazard. Is that a mine shaft? No. Okay, I see. More advertisements for the thrift shop. Though technically not illegal, it is a bit unsportsmanlike to put it on others' builds. The Moopit is also a poopit. Interesting. Climb his arm to get the... Excuse me? Without guardrails? Without guardrails. You want me to get up... You want me to climb all the way up there with no guardrails. Fine. We'll see how it goes. How many bones do I break today? None, because I'm goated at parkour. Oh, I see. It's Froglight Shop. At impressively low prices. That aside, do I even have to say anything? I mean, the building standards write themselves at this point. Oh. How childish. Okay, what's over here at the far end of the dock? Great prices, little hard to get into. Welcome to the I'm Not Ominous bottle shop. Interesting words. It's getting a bit ominous. All ominous bammers are free. Ooh. Well, in that case, I don't mind if I do. Looks like you just got them strewn about. Like a stockpile of ominous shops. Hello, spooky bottle. I assume I have to climb this? Yeah. You know when you're, like, going along the road and you see, like, a Jack-in-the-Box or something, and they got those caged ladders? Yeah, that's an expectation, and, these ladders aren't exactly caged, nor are they, made of certified materials. Okay. Bit of an underground entrance. I do appreciate the, choice of theming. Ooh. So this is where they sell the, ominous bottles. Interesting. Shop proprietor, voided and lost. I'll have to, reach out to them about their unprotected, ingress. But not terrible. This gets like a 7 out of 10 for safety. Kermit gets like a 3. Like, some of those, like, pathways are only one block. Someone's gonna break a leg. Also, this dock isn't, protected. Generally, it's not. Generally, it's the city's job to manage this and make sure it is properly protected, but I don't really have the authority to go up against the city on that one. Hold, what in, huh? I don't even know what that is. I couldn't even begin to tell you what kind of anything that is. What do we have here? Another thrift store for used goods. 1 diamond for 4 pieces? A whole diamond for protection to almost broken leather? I would, however, I would pay, I would probably pay a diamond, maybe, for this chain set, just because of its rarity, and even then, I wouldn't be able to use it, because half of it's on its, like, 2 durability. Interesting. Well, it's not the most unreasonable clothing prices I've seen in my time. Courtroom. This seems to be a new building. I wonder what this is for. Okay. Let's start from the, bottom, I guess. It's quite the windy road. It does appear to still be under construction, so I will be sure to give it some leniency. Okay, so this just appears to be a little pathway around the whole thing. Protected staircases. Love to see it. Creeper, oh man! You gotta get that properly lit. There is certainly quite the gaggle of googlies here. Let's just try and survive at this point. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that is unprotected. You gotta put signage there. The top of these protected staircases are not protected with guardrail. Hate to see someone fall off that. And then what do we have for the main attraction itself? It does appear to be some kind of carnival tent. Or a large, like, maybe, like, flea market tent. There is just open caves with barely protected, easily bypassable, low wall. So you might want to look into installing a fence or two there. I do appreciate that this tent is properly tied down. You gotta give it props for that. Not everyone ties down their tents nowadays, and it has led to disaster in the past. I'm sure you've seen the YouTube videos of large tents flailing in hurricane winds. For now, I will try and avoid the monsters brought out by the low light conditions. But I do wish to see that addressed in the future. Well, I think that does just about do it for our little run around seeing all the new architecture that's popped up in the last while. Again, you gotta protect this, man. Like, especially with it being so windy, you gotta put guardrails up there. Ooh, secret tunnel. Holy broken ankles, man. Someone's gonna die from that. You put up some guard railings, people. Have y'all never heard of fences? Alright, what's over here? I would like to see better supported, digging, boring through mountains. Oh, hello? What do we have over here? The gaming district. I see. Is this some sort of arcade building? It is blocked off. Doesn't appear to have anything in it either. Interesting we have a gaming district. I might be interested in perhaps building a shop there sometime. That would certainly, be a unique experience. Certainly an experience at the very least. I love to see the pale forest being replanted. We can't have any of that deforestation without replantation. Come on, guardrail, come on. Don't even have to say it at this point. Nice little tent setup you got going here. That's cool. People get in their own tents. Love to see it. I think tents like this should just be allowed in normal society. It's basically a miniature home. And it's even been approved by the HOA. Even, like, me and the HOA, we're not necessarily on the best of terms, but at least even I can see that they're, in some ways, trying to help. Good, protected stairwell. Love to see it. You just gotta put signage here or something. Okay, well, through the HOA-approved campsite with tied-down tents, you love to see it. Ooh. Ender Mob Farm. String and glow ink. Okay. Protected ladders. This ladder appears to be damaged in some capacity. Someone could fall. There is water at the bottom, but, I mean, hitting water from that height, no matter how deep it is, it's like hitting concrete. At least that's what I hear. Let's mosey on back to our place of residence. Past the trees and the flowers. Good, yard work here, I must say. Someone certainly appreciates a well-kept garden. Well, let's head back up here. Hopefully the creeper aw-man isn't still within our area. Love Bedrock's ladders. They're so speedy. Okay. Well, that has been another episode of the Minecraft BrokeRock SMP server. In the next episode, I hope to finally put some railings around here. As you can see, I haven't even been up to standards, so it's kind of hypocritical for me to criticize other people's buildings when I haven't even got proper guardrails along this patio. So I will look into that. Hopefully next episode we get that taken care of. Also, I want to maybe build something in the gaming district. Everyone loves games. Might as well throw something up there for the general enjoyment of the town. And yeah. What? Huh? Did like a 5-year-old just scream in my ear? What was that? Oh well. Anyways, scary spiders aside, why are there 2 of them now? Where's the other one? Yeah, there's 2 of them. That aside, this has been another episode of the BrokeRock SMP. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and visit the other channels in the description because they are the ones carrying my videos, if I'm being honest. I'm just the like the building code guy. They're the ones building the actual buildings. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And goodbye.